years ago, my life changed for the better when I came across reselling right here on YouTube. I've spent those last 8 years carefully curating my online stores to exactly what sells, what I'm passionate about. Today I'm breaking down and showing you some of the items that I sold throughout the month of January, specifically over on eBay, so that you'll know what to look for so you too can stay home, be an online reseller, and be your own boss. Alrighty. Let's get straight into the items that sold. We're going to discuss some truly awesome sales today, but also some bread and butter items, because at the end of the day, it's bread and butter that pays the bills. It can't all be $500 Louis Vuitton bags all the time. First, let's rewind to when I came back from vacation. I actually filmed this little snippet for you guys when I had items out on the table. I love to showcase those items when they're in my hand and I can show you and tell you about what sold. So let's flash back to that real quick. I found this Givenchy perfume bag at my local thrift store for $3. I just sold it while I was on vacation for $26.03, plus $8.50 shipping. This adorable little set was 25 cents a piece at my local thrift store. So it's actually part of a 3 or 4 piece set. There are the little feet, here's the little face. You put them together and make this adorable little kid. And there's a mug that goes in between them that's like the child's body. I didn't have that piece. So 25 cents a piece, 50 cents. I sold it for $15 plus $8.50 shipping. That was going to California, so I'm a little nervous whether or not I'm going to be able to actually ship it for $8.50, but it was a sale while on vacation, so I'll take it. I bought this really cool clock for $4 at an estate sale auction. It was like a live auction. I just sold it for $59 plus $20 shipping. So just a few bucks into $60 plus shipping. I'll take that. I was at my local Amazon bin store the other day, which is like Amazon overstock or return store. It was $7 day, and I saw this. I drive a Ford Bronco, and I thought at first maybe it was like an LED headlight for a Bronco because of that style. I held on to it for a while. I'm glad I did, because several rows later, I found the other one, and these actually go to any 5x7 headlight hole type vehicle, a Jeep Wrangler, things like that. I listed these. They lasted almost no time. Just sold for $100. I did offer free shipping on these. I was trying to be competitive because I don't have the cord, like the wiring harness that these plug into. I made note of that in the listing, but basically turned my $14 into $100 really quickly. Hopefully I can ship those inexpensively. This little manger here is Precious Moments. I know a lot of people will tell you not to pick up Precious Moments. There are some Precious Moment items that can be major bolos, and this particular manger is one of them. I paid $1 for this at an estate sale live auction, and I just sold it for $50 plus shipping. 50 bucks for this plus shipping, and that was half off of what I had. I actually had it listed at $99 with lots of watchers. Someone made that half price offer again while I was on vacation, while we just ate a really expensive lunch, and I took the offer. My friend Lori, Mama with a Camera on YouTube and on Instagram, just ordered this amazing rhinestone belt from me. It is new with tags, and I sold it for $11.90 with free shipping, and I actually retail arbitraged these brand new and bought them for only $1. This is a vintage camcorder. It's a Sharp camcorder, and I listed it, I want to say at like $80 or $90, but I've quickly figured out I don't have the charging cord for it, or like the battery charger. So I was definitely open to offers on this thing, and I took an offer while I was on vacation, $59.99, so 60 bucks plus $10 shipping for this vintage camcorder. Here's another item that I actually didn't buy individually. I got this at an estate sale in a box of things. At the live auction that I go to, they often sell boxes of items and you're not even sure what's in it. So I paid $4 for the entire box. This beautiful set was in there and just sold for $40 plus $10 shipping. So I have less than $4 in this because $4 was everything that was in the box. And selling it for $40 while on vacation is a major win for me. Recently, I've been working and aiming at diversifying the platforms that I sell on. I'm not really very active over on Facebook, but I want to sell on Facebook marketplaces. One of the challenges is that I don't necessarily want to link those items for sale to my personal and old Facebook account. More than once, I've needed to set up more than one profile on a particular website, and that can come with a host of challenges. When you're trying to maintain different accounts across different browsers, each requires their own VPN. This can be super confusing and it takes a lot of login and log out practice. Go Login offers a solution by creating a unified secure platform with unique fingerprints for each account, allowing you to manage multiple accounts across any website efficiently. Every time you log in on an account, you have what's known as a digital fingerprint, and Go Login gives you control over that with over 50 customizable parameters for your digital fingerprint. With Go Login, you can manage as many accounts on as many websites or social media platforms as you need. Go Login has cloud-based user platforms ensuring data protection and anonymity, but you can share those parameters with team members. You set up all of the permissions and protections, and it is tailored to your preferences. You can use Go Login to make and manage businesses on Amazon, eBay, and other selling platforms, as well as handling multiple accounts across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and other social media sites. Essentially, Go Login allows you to manage multiple accounts on any website. Try it out for free. Our friends over at Go Login have been so generous and given all the subscribers here at the channel 40% off. If you use my code, then you'll receive 40% off whether you choose to pay monthly or annually. Click the link in the description to get started, and thanks again to Go Login, the sponsor of today's video. Those were excellent sales to have while on vacation. I was so excited to come home and package most of those. I mean, I was excited to package all of them, but you know, some things are bulkier than others. Next up, we have this vintage hat, vintage Moore's Lumber, building supplies, fox black mesh snapback dad trucker hat. That is a mouthful of keywords there. I sold this one for $14.99 plus $5 shipping. I got this hat for free. It was my husband's grandpa's hat that we picked from his estate. Delo has sold 3 vacuums this month. 3. I'm actually gonna let him tell you about those, so I'll pull him in here about halfway through the video and he'll tell you about all of the things he sold this month on eBay. Here's a listing I was kind of starting to wonder if it would ever sell. This is vintage shoe polish. My keywords for the title here: vintage shoe polish lot kiwi, Malatonian, saddle soap black brown. These were all very old, very crusty shoe polishes, decades old. I picked it up at an estate sale. At this particular estate sale auction, you can buy like an entire box for $4 at the end of the day, whatever it happens to go for. So I had probably 25 cents into this entire lot, sold it for $10 plus shipping. This was an excellent sale. I was very excited for this one. If you follow me over on Instagram, you saw that, and I think I even posted a YouTube short about this one. I picked this nativity setup for like $10 or $15 for the entire 18-piece set. I cannot believe that this thing was so cheap. Guys, I sold it for $189.95 plus $30 shipping. I always say I can ship anything via FedEx for $27, so I actually have a business policy that is FedEx 30, and when something is very large like this was, and guys, when I packaged this, I packaged it in its own individual little boxes. It shipped to Texas for less than $30, and that box weighed quite a bit. The pieces in this nativity set, like the camel was like, I don't know, 16 inches tall. They were absolutely enormous Holland mold pieces. Next up, we have the last of 5 Tiffany champagne flutes. I picked these up, guys. Tiffany. I don't know if the estate sale manager, if the guy running the estate sale saw that these were Tiffany or not, but I did. I look for any marking on really great crystal when I see it at an estate sale. I don't get to go to estate sales often, and when I do, I have to travel out of state to either Illinois or Kentucky to get to them. So I spend all day and I comb through the details. These said Tiffany really small on just the foot of the champagne glass. I paid $3.50 a piece. I got 5 of them and sold every one of them for $60 a piece. So about $21.50 into $300 on that one. Big shout out to my friend Christopher Nutter on this next sale. He bought a NASCAR size large Tony Stewart Winner Circle t-shirt. It was a Daytona 500 shirt. It was double-sided, and Christopher paid $19 with free shipping. Thanks again, Christopher. Big shout out to him. These next 2 sales, you guys remember me picking up the Cat's Meow houses? They're these little wooden houses, painted. I was super excited when I picked them up, and then when I got them home, I realized the enormity of what I had truly done. The auctioneer auctioned the entire collection, and I want to say I got it for like, what, somewhere between $30, $60. I don't think I paid $60, but maybe I did. I wanted those Cat's Meow houses, and guys, they have been a little slow moving. Things moved pretty quickly there for a while. I've sold a few lots of them for $100 a lot, so I've probably probably made up to this point about $300 from my original investment. So I'm definitely in the profit. I had this set listed for $50. It had watchers, so eBay was allowing me to make offers. I offered $25 and this lady bought it with $12 shipping. Now there were 20 of these little houses in this lot, so this box was really packed. It was very heavy, but it was quite small. I included this as an example in a recent shipping hack video. On eBay, I was not able to get any cubic rate shipping, and cubic rate is when an item is small but it's very heavy. It's not going to take up a lot of space in the mail truck, but it weighs a lot. If you just get traditional postage off of eBay, it was like $28 to mail these. So of course, you know, I went to pirate ship and it was less than the $12 that the buyer paid. Anyone is able to set up a free account over on pirate ship and you can get cubic rate shipping also, which was great because the same buyer then liked another one that I had listed at $50. I made her another $25 offer and she bought these also. $25 again with $12 shipping. Two of those huge lots that were kind of in my way, out the door, $50. I went to my local Amazon bin store day on opening day. So on Saturday, all of the items are $7. I was in there probably about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Now it's important to note, they open, I think on Saturdays at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. So they had been open for absolutely hours. And then I found 2 Brother brand toner cartridges. I am not going to tell you to pick up every toner cartridge, especially if they are not name brand. You'll sit on those. You will sit on those forever. And if you say compatible with Brother or compatible with Canon, then your listing could be taken down because that's no different than saying this purse is like a Louis Vuitton. Compatible with isn't really a word that eBay likes a whole lot because you are infringing on the copyright. You could get a Vero strike for saying things like that, which essentially leaves you with an unbranded toner. No one knows what it fits. Me personally, I just don't pick up unbranded toner cartridges anymore. I used to, but I've learned my mistakes. This one, however, was branded. It cost me $7 that day. I listed it and sold it for $54.99 within like a week of listing it, and the buyer did get free shipping. Here's an item I thought might not ever sell. I picked up these Lululemon shopper bags. I think I got like 14 of these things on a trip to the St. Louis Goodwill bins. Guys, I listed them pretty cheap, $9 to $11. I'm down to $4 a piece apparently on this because I sold this one for $4 plus $5 shipping. You know it's clearanced out when the item is cheaper than shipping, and this one just sold. Not everything Lululemon is going to be a gold mine. I love to sell photos. Recently I went through and selected all the photos I had listed, which is like 90 something I think in my eBay store. I deleted all of those. I removed the listings and then I clicked sell similar. I dropped the prices on many of them and immediately this one sold for $9. It is just a little 3x5 photo. It was taken in 1939. It's kind of black and white, kind of sepia tone. It is a snapshot of a soldier's monument. A very old snapshot of a statue, sold for $9 plus $5 shipping. This one was kind of an interesting sale. I did end up having to refund it. And interestingly enough, I refunded it the day I shipped it out. Here's what happened. The buyer ordered this magazine. I've had this thing listed literally for years. I mean, probably 4 years at least that I've had this thing listed. When I pulled it out to ship it, I noticed that it had become damaged. It was damaged beyond repair. It was damaged beyond discount, but it was still maybe salvageable if the collector wanted it. What I did was package it up. I shipped it out. I immediately wrote the buyer and explained to them that it was damaged, but in case they still wanted it or could still use it in any way, I shipped it at my cost to them and they will receive a full refund. I refunded them right away. They messaged back and said, thank you for still sending it because I really wanted the cover of that magazine. I guess all's well that ends well. It was at my cost, but at the end of the day, I didn't have to cancel the order, which was a huge win because I had a lot of orders that I had to cancel last fall and eBay does not like me right now because of it. So I'm really trying to increase my sales right now to dig myself out of the hole. There was like 4 or 5 orders that I had to cancel. This I felt like was a good solution because the buyers did still receive what they ordered, but I had to refund it. I sold a Tupperware spoon, just a long green Tupperware spoon. I sold it for $5 plus $5 shipping. Yes, someone's paid $10 for an old Tupperware spoon. Kind of interesting, definitely a bread and butter sell and not something that I'm getting rich off of. I like to pick up vintage scarves like this, and at my thrift store they used to be 10 cents. I think they're a quarter now. I don't pick them up as much as I used to, but this was a great item. When I first started reselling, I didn't even have this bedroom available as an office space, so my inventory space was so limited. I loved to pick up things like sewing patterns and scarves, items that I don't pick up as much now, but I'm trying to liquidate out of my store. So this one I dropped the price way down on. It was $9.30 plus $5 shipping, but again, I paid 10 cents for the scarf, so major win. This was the last of the belts that I sourced from Walmart for $1, little retail arbitrage from your girl that never does retail arbitrage. Sold this one for $11.90 plus $5.60 shipping. These cufflinks are so beautiful, and I might have undersold them, but they were listed for quite a while over on my eBay. They were tiger's eye cufflinks, very mid-century. To be honest, these would match my son's prom tux that he just picked out, but they're no longer available because I sold them for $9.30 plus $5 shipping. I got these for free, again, from my husband's grandpa's estate. He served in his life as a pastor, and he had a beautiful collection of really cool vintage cufflinks. It was important to me to save those, even if it was at $5 and $9 sale at a time. Another cool vintage item, and this one also came from the Goodwill bins. The last time I was at the St. Louis Goodwill bins, they had this new bin come out, and it had so many women's vintage hats in it. Absolutely no one wanted these, and I picked every single one of them up, threw them in my cart, listed a lot of them for $50. Most of them sold around $30 a piece, and I just made offers, and someone accepted my offer of $20 plus $10 shipping on this one. Of course, my buyer was in California, so it ended up costing me like $11 to ship it, but you know, it all comes out in the wash. Doll making parts always sell. They always eventually sell. Sometimes they take a little while. This one did take some time. My keywords on this: Fibercraft, of course the brand, brunette female air freshener doll, 3101B ethnic. She was definitely racially ambiguous. She could have blended with a lot of different races, which was why the keyword ethnic was important in there. She sold for $10 plus $5 shipping. Williams-Sonoma is such a good brand to pick up until it's not, until you pick up what you think is gonna sell right away, and it ends up listed in your store for like 3 years, you guys. I thought these would never sell. I brought them to Whatnot several times. No one ever seemed to want this eggplant and squash vegetable dipper. I thought they were gonna have to bury me with these things. They finally sold. I let them out of my life for $5 plus $5 shipping. I probably made a couple bucks on these before cost of goods. If you're sensing a pattern, I am definitely in a turnover in my store right now where I'm trying to cleanse it of items that I bought long ago that I'm not really passionate about anymore. So you might want to head over to my eBay and check it out and make me some offers, especially on women's clothes. Like, I would take some offers on women's clothing right now. I thought I'd bring Dello in here so he can tell you firsthand the things that he sold. I feel like you almost sold more than I did on eBay this month. Like, high five.
Maybe I did, I don't know.
Maybe.
The first thing that I sold was a vintage Kirby vacuum cleaner. I sold it for $69. Buyer paid $58 shipping on that. I got that one as well as the other two that I'm about to tell you about at this auction. I ended up buying everything at the auction and listing pretty much all of it on eBay. But yeah, we had all three of the vacuum cleaners for
like a year at least. They've been listed forever. They've been taking up so much space in my office.
Yeah, we've had them forever. And then they all three sold within like a week.
Yeah,
which is wild.
All sold in January. I'm like, were people on, was there a TikTok about vintage vacuums and all of a sudden people went crazy and everyone wanted a vintage Kirby?
The next one that I sold was $50 with $58 shipping, and it was another Kirby vacuum.
Yeah, unfortunately that one went to California, and that's the one that, like, I don't even know that you fully recovered your cost of goods on that one, but
I think I spent money to sell that one, but
it was a learning experience.
Sure.
Do you think you'll ever pick up vacuums again?
Probably not.
Why do you never want to pick up a vacuum again?
To ship them, I had to buy boxes, which was really annoying. I had to buy like the packing stuff to ship it out. It costs a lot to ship. It's just not it for me. The last one was another $50 with $58 shipping.
But that one went to Georgia, so you actually did make money on that one.
Yeah.
I wish you could eliminate California. Again, no offense, Californians. It just costs so much to get anything to you. But I had someone comment on the last video that I said that in, and they are a reseller in California, and they said that that helps them out tremendously because when buyer pays the shipping, it costs so much to get things like, I'll just say imported into California. You may as well be importing. So it helped them out a lot. So if you resell in California, give your buyers the break on shipping, and I bet you have a leg up on all of us as far as shipping into California.
So our local bin store has sort of like a deal where you can get a full bag, as much as you can fill it up.
It's an IKEA bag too. It's big.
Yeah, a whole IKEA bag for only $10, and you can put whatever you could get one thing, you could get 500 things. As long as it fits in the bag, it's only $10. They do that every Wednesday. They sell out really early in the morning at like 9 o'clock. And I'm obviously at school on Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. So mom will go up there for me sometimes, and she'll go up and buy a bag and fill it up with, usually it's car parts of different stuff like valve stem caps and stuff like that. And that's what pretty much everything else for me comes from. These all came from either like 1 or 2 bags, 10 or 20 bucks spent to source all of these things that you're about to see.
So I would say on average you probably have a dime, maybe like 10 cents at most into these products, because sometimes and this is an Amazon bin store, so it's all new with tags items, but sometimes I bring in at least 100 items, but this one time I brought like 300 watch bands. It was all in this, so you paid $10 for 300 watch bands.
The first thing that I sold was valve stem caps for a Mercedes.
What is best about these valve stem cap sales is most sites have them for $10 or $15 plus shipping, or $15 with free shipping, but since Dello gets them so cheap, he's able to offer them for $9.99 with free shipping. It might not seem like he's turning a lot of profit, but it's just under $5 profit. And again, it only cost him a dime. So if you repeat that several times a month, that's more than your car payment.
The next thing I sold was this Dodge Ram key strap. It sold for $9.99 with free shipping.
I feel like those key straps sold really, really fast. You're gonna see a few more of those.
The next one was again another one of the Dodge Ram key straps.
Now this one didn't sell for $9.99. Why?
They sent me an offer for $8.50 and I accepted it because it was like $1 less. The next thing that sold was these Mustang car coasters. They sold for $14.99. Buyer paid $4 shipping on those.
Yeah, so you got shipping on those too. And I actually picked those out because I thought you would like them for your car.
I have them in my car. This was another set.
Oh, when?
The next thing that sold was this Land Rover.
You said the next thing.
Oh my gosh. I sold this Land Rover keyring strap. I don't know what you want from me.
Go on.
Here I sold a Land Rover keyring strap for $9.99 free shipping.
Rinse and repeat, right?
Mm-hmm. The next one was fun. I sold the head unit out of my Mustang. I got a new one for Christmas, so I was able to throw this one up on eBay. I had it for $70, but then I sent an offer for $55, and this person in Poland accepted it. So, yeah.
Plus $12 shipping, plus international shipping on this one. And you packaged this up expertly. You did a really good job packaging this. He's just such a reseller that he would get a new head unit for Christmas, and upon taking out the OEM one, he was like, wait, what's this sell for on eBay? Like, nobody told you to look that up.
Listed it an hour after I put my old one in, or my new one in. I sold this GMC keyring strap for $9.99 free shipping. Next I sold this Sting action figure that we actually got for free, or I remember getting this from going to one of these events. Anyway, it sold for $30, buyer paid $5 shipping. I picked up 2 of these actually from my local thrift store. I got them both for $1 a piece, and I sold this one for $17.99, buyer paid $5 shipping. This is the other one. It sold for full price, $19.99, buyer paid $5 shipping.
That was really an excellent score. He went to the thrift store on his own after school that day and texted me, wow, I just got these for $1 a piece. And I mean, they sold within the week that you listed them. Mm-hmm. Good job on that.
I sold this Ram keyring strap for $9.99, free shipping.
I feel like I could just use the first time you said that and just repeat it.
You should.
Literally, these are just laying in the bottom of the bin on fill a bag day. Every time I see car stuff or like phone stuff or watch stuff, something easy to list like this. You listed this in your bedroom while watching YouTube?
Yep. If I could get 1 million of these, then I would have $5 million because they all sell.
They all sell. Do you have any of these left?
I sold my last one yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
This is another GMC keyring strap for $9.99, free shipping. I got 2 of these from one of the fill-a-bag days. This one sold for $14.99, buyer paid $5 shipping. So this by itself paid for the whole bag.
It did. That's a good point. Yeah, car badges always sell. Anything you can get. It doesn't have to be OEM. People are looking for replacement parts. But OEM sells better, right? Mm-hmm. If you like the adventures of a 17-year-old reseller, Della's decided to create his own YouTube channel, and your channel has a little bit of a twist because you are after different goals than me, right?
Yes.
Give them just a little sneak peek about what your goals are on your channel, and obviously you guys, I will link that channel below in the description.
Mom's kicking me out in about 5 months when I turn 18.
That's not true. He's anxious to move out.
So I need to get my car fully paid off before I move out, and I'm wanting to rebuild mom's first car and turn it into a drift car. I feel like that would be really fun.
Like, you can have I told him he could have this car that I got when I was 17. I still have it. I told him if he gets it running, he can have it, but no one said anything about turning it into a drift car.
I'm going Tokyo Drift on it.
It's gonna take a little bit of money, and those are some of his goals as a reseller. So if you want to check those adventures out, definitely check him out at the link in the description. What's the name of your channel?
Della Watson.
Thanks, to get out of here. Very hard worker there. If you follow that channel, it's gonna be interesting as he figures out exactly who he wants to be as a reseller, and he's just kind of fallen in love with doing this, and in his own way. You can clearly see the stuff he sells is not the same type of stuff that I sell. Next up, I have this vintage little girl's dress. I sold it for $9 with $5 shipping. I did either take or make a best offer on that one, liquidating some children's vintage clothing. I have about 4 cordless phones left from this time period when I was picking up every cordless phone system that I found. I ended all of those and again clicked sell similar, dropped the prices on them. This sold within 24 hours for $9 plus $9 shipping. Remember that one time that I listed for 24 hours straight? If you haven't seen that video, you need to look for that one on the channel. It was fun. I listed a huge box of PlayStation games during that time, and this one is just now selling $13.97 with free shipping. This sale just came in. This was an item that my friend Christopher actually mailed over to me. It is a Fry leather suede corner zip brown pouch credit card holder with dust bag. A nice little suede bag. I did a bit of suede cleaning on it and threw it up and sold it within a week of listing it for $17 plus $5 shipping. It's an international sale, so the buyer did pay a little extra to get it shipped to them. The last item I'll tell you about today is this pair of boots. These boots are kind of heavy. I had them listed at $25. Someone made a $15 offer, but I've had them listed for a little while. If there's one thing I'm going to tell you about fast fashion shoes, it is get it out as soon as you can after listing it, because the glue on fast fashion shoes deteriorates over time. I accepted the $15 offer, but I did check out the buyer's location first. Had they been in a western state, California, Oregon, Washington, I would not have accepted this because it would have been more than that $10 to ship. But this person is actually in a state close to bordering me. We are only 2 states away, so $10 I should be able to ship these shoes to them, even if it is again that cubic rate that pirate ship offers. Just received a shipping update email from eBay today that we're going to start seeing some cubic rate options for Ground Advantage and USPS Priority, which is fantastic. I think eBay is seeing a lot of sellers go into pirate ship versus eBay to buy the shipping labels for items that would qualify for that cubic shipping rate discount. eBay wants that kickback, so they are going to start offering us that as well. As always, thank you for watching today's video. God bless, and remember, treat your business like your business.